Hello. So in this one, I'm going to show you something that I am not sure if it's a bug or a feature, but whatever it is, I think it needs changing. It's in regards to the Duke of Darkforest. So I'm in offline practice in order to show this. The issue is pretty simple. Basically, the Duke is not allowed to utilize his own throne to save his life. So as you know, there are 3 VIP maps: Fallmire, Darkforest, Rudhelm. The heir of Rudhelm can use both corners to shield himself. He has this huge room, 2 upstairs portions, and he can use the upstairs corners to protect himself. The Duke of Darkforest, this room is a lot more compact, with a lot more room to maneuver, but it's a lot more leveled, so he's kind of all over the place, but typically the gameplay is focusing around here. Now, as you can see, a bug, I'm assuming it's a bug, is that the Duke has boundaries that are specific to him. His troops can use the corners, and that balcony right there, but he can't, which is a humongous problem. Because archers post up there, and I can't even run up there as a Duke myself and fend them off if my team isn't saving me. If I get shoved into the corner, I had a match. The first time I realized this was an issue was when I was protecting the Duke. He was shoved into this corner right here, and he stabbed himself. And I thought, what the heck, this guy was a troll. And then later, I became the Duke, and look, this happens every single time for the Duke of Darkforest. He can't use his own corners. If he gets shoved back here and he can't move because teammates and Masons have him backed up right here, he's going to end up killing himself. And this whole section right here, this back door, has the same issue, including this entire balcony. Look, the whole balcony. Look at this. Okay, and I go down the stairs and then it's fixed. This is a major issue because a lot of matches, the Duke, obviously he can't, if the defense isn't that good, the offense is too strong. In most normal matches, the Duke is not going to be allowed here. This is where the troops fight, trying to get to him, as he's pretty much in this area, this place that I'm scanning with my camera. He's kind of locked here. But when things get really hairy, and he gets backed up places, I've had matches where I get shoved over here, all the way up the stairs. I have to flee, but then I can't reinforce here because I'm gonna end up stabbing myself. What I assume, I'm gonna assume this is what the bug is. I'm gonna assume the issue is that the game doesn't realize or doesn't recognize that the Duke player is in the next phase, and it counts those corners as deserting for some reason, because it thinks that we're still defending the castle, because troops, I said troops can be here with no problem. The balcony, this area, they have no issue. But the Duke cannot even utilize his entire throne because apparently he's leaving the field of battle. Now, if you're thinking, oh, it's for game balance purposes as to why he can't be here, I refute that by saying, why the hell does Slaughter of Coxwell have a victory lap stage for the Masons being the last stage? And again, to the heir of Rudhelm, the heir can use his corners fully. He can reinforce back there, and like he says, his troops can form a castle wall before him, as they can spawn right there on top of him. Similar to the Duke, Agathians spawn right behind him, but why is it that I can't use my own throne room as a Duke? It makes no sense. This has to be a bug, because this is very stupid, and I think that this is almost game-breaking, because in the best matches, the Masons are going to be right on top of his grill. He's going to be retreating in the back, and his teammates are going to have to meat shield him and hope for the best. Hope that your team's offense is better. But if you're stuck there too long, you end up stabbing yourself. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense, and I assume this is a bug, but I'm going to get this out here because I haven't seen anyone mention this. I don't know if it's been talked about in the Discord or something. I haven't checked, but as far as I understand, no one has really discussed this critical issue that I've noticed. And there are some other boundary issue places, like the Petard phase for Mason on Fallmire. Before this first patch, Masons were not able to be right by the gate. Otherwise, they would end up stabbing themselves after about 20 seconds. I've played one Fallmire match where I went back there and I didn't see the issue anymore, so I imagine they're touching up on that. But this one is still in the game, and I haven't seen it addressed, so I'd like to get it addressed. This is an issue that needs to be resolved, because it's really bad. The Duke, I should be allowed to use my throne room as a Duke, you know? This is the worst part, this balcony. Because Mason archers post up here and just pelt hellfire down at him, and he can't even rally up here with his teammates. It makes absolutely no sense. If the match wasn't going to end in 2 seconds, I would have stabbed myself. I said I've had so many matches where I end up backed up here, but I have to then move into the fray because I'm going to stab myself. It's silly. I get that people find it stupid that the VIPs, the Heir and the Duke, shield themselves with troopers instead of fighting alongside them, but that's just how it is. They can't be in the fray fighting with them, so they have to rally. If the Heir can do it, why can't the Duke of Darkforest? I hope this is a bug and not an intended feature, because if so, that is R-worded. And yes, I hope it gets resolved. That's why I'm making this video. Please, Toward Better, fix this. For Agatha.